Thank you very much. Dear Minister Mush, dear Minister Kaymakci, dear President, dear ladies and gentlemen, members of the Turkish and the European business communities, it is very good to be back in Istanbul. This is the country's trade, business, investment, and financial capital. So I'm very glad to be here for the third time.
Okay, the second one was missing, so yeah, you didn't tell us.
I am delighted to start my mission by opening the high-level business dialogue, of course in close cooperation with Eurochambers and TOBB. And I want to thank you for having me and organizing this event around my visit in Turkey. Undoubtedly, our exchange today could not be more timely and relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make a short statement first. Turkey is a major economic partner, a candidate country, and a key NATO ally. The complex relations between the EU and Turkey are at a very important juncture these days. We have huge untapped potential to be exploited, and we are facing more and more challenges to be addressed as well. First, we need to talk about the war, because the war is back in our continent with immense suffering and far-reaching repercussions beyond Ukraine. I think this is not something that I need to explain in Istanbul. Looking from Istanbul, this is very, very close to you. So geopolitical tension rises, the risk, of course, of economic and political fragmentation, especially for trade and technology. Increased food insecurity, spiking energy prices and financial turmoil, limited access to energy and raw material, deteriorating socioeconomic conditions with high inflation and rising debt levels may bring about more instability and social unrest. This is our assessment. Of course, under these circumstances, it would be ever more essential for the EU and Turkey to address these challenges together. This is why we need strong allies like Turkey to be with us when it comes to facing Russia's aggression, including precious help in enforcing our sanctions effectively. I see here many leaders of the Turkish and European business community who can, of course, contribute to making this happen, and who represent, I think, the dynamism that the private sector injects not only into our economies, but also to our broader relations. Because our relations have very strong foundations. The EU-Turkey Customs Union has increased the trade flows and investment between us enormously. Turkey is the EU's sixth largest trading partner. The EU is Turkey's first trading partner. The bilateral trade has grown more than fourfold over the time span of our agreement. And it continues to increase despite the challenging global times and economic environment. In fact, the EU-Turkey bilateral trade reached new heights with some 157 billion euros only last year. Our bilateral trade remains, of course, balanced. None of us has a large surplus or a deficit. It is based on partnership and strong value chain integration. The customs union has allowed Turkey to access the large EU internal market, providing easy access without customs and technical controls, opening huge opportunities for Turkish enterprises. At the same time, Turkey has also successfully attracted European foreign direct investments, reaching a total stock of over 50 billion euros in 2020. The well-functioning trade partnership between the EU and Turkey, therefore, is a must. Unfortunately, this positive trend of growing investment ties has been in decline over the last few years. While the COVID-19 pandemic and global economic and political tensions are obviously part of the story, the recent deterioration in the business environment and some of the monetary and financial policy choices in this country have clearly had a negative impact on the investment decisions of our European entrepreneurs. It prevents, we think, Turkey from taking full advantage of the strong competitive position and benefiting from the shortening of global supply chains. And as Mr. President explained, we are ready to work with you, together with Turkey, to profit both from the nearshoring, as we call it, or the friendshoring, as you call it. Shortcomings in the implementation of the customs union also prevent us to realize its full potential, despite its undeniable benefits to both sides. As of today, there are 26 barriers put up and registered in the EU access to market database. And this sends a negative message to our economic operators, including to further value chain integration. We are aware that the modernization of the customs union would help to address some of the existing problems and could create new opportunities. However, as you know, our leaders called for addressing the current difficulties before making progress on the modernization of the customs union. So we are convinced that we should address the trade irritants rapidly so that we can move quickly to start the modernization of the customs union. It is a mutual interest. Colleagues, the European Commission remains heavily engaged with Turkey on a positive agenda in a phased, proportionate and reversible manner following the guidance of EU leaders and subject to the established conditions. In this context, we have renewed high-level dialogues on agriculture, climate, migration, public health, and soon on research and innovation. We have signed a new agreement for Turkey's participation in Erasmus, European Solidarity Corps, and more important for the private sector, the Horizon Research and Innovation Programme. The European Commission has stepped up its engagement with Turkish authorities on the digital and green transition. We seek to turn the emerging challenges into new market opportunities and future competitiveness and future investments, so growth and jobs. Opportunities to attract private funding to boost economic growth, support connectivity and infrastructure are our wish, and we are ready to work for that. To this end, we have set up a major initiative, the Turkish Investment Platform, that finally allows Turkey to also benefit from the European Fund for Sustainable Development Plus, the EFSD Plus, taking advantage of this integrated financial package. The Turkey Investment Platform will support projects in connectivity, digital, energy efficiency, the circular economy, access for SMEs financing, energy, human capital, and urban development. It will support guarantee programs that can cover an extensive range of risks associated with equity, debt, and capital markets operations. Our purpose is to catalyze investments, both in the public and in the private sectors, together with the international financial institutions and, of course, with the private sector, to attain a greater impact and render EU support more effective on the ground. The first call for proposals were very successful, and we are now assessing your proposals and hope to sign the first contracts at the very beginning of next year. This initiative, I think, is a manifestation of our commitment to promote increased engagement with the private sector as main driver for economic growth and transformation. Therefore, your support and engagement is key for us to be able to deliver. With this, I want to thank you again for the opportunity, and I'm more than keen to hear your views about the proposals we are making. Thank you.